lot of news this week, actually.
Yeah, okay.
So let's get started. First,
I'm excited.
it's our acquisition section.
Okay, here we go. Who bought who?
Hasbro
Yeah.
is going to be exclusively distributing Rummikub.
Didn't they already do that?
I don't think so. Quick question for you, because I think you need an answer. What country is Rummikub from?
I'm going to go Russia.
No.
Japan.
It's a country that's not necessarily known for board games, but a country that you have talked about a lot in your life, maybe more than any other country.
It's Australia?
No, so Israel.
Israel.
Good job.
That was my next one.
I'll be speaking to your pastor. Anyhow, Australia.
It was on my mind.
That's what I thought. That's what you're talking about this morning. So.
I was.
That's true, yeah.
Anyway, Rummikub, very, very popular game. I just played it for the first time a couple years ago. Have you ever played it?
No, it's not Rummy, right?
No, it's Rummy-esque, but no, it's not
Okay,
Rummy.
I played a Rummy. I've not played Rummy.
It's actually a very, very thinky game. Like, never play it with someone with analysis paralysis.
Really?
Because there's a bunch of tiles and you are building sets, but then you'd be like, or actually, and you can move them back and everything.
It's a little bit like Mahjong that way, where you can like make different sets and break them and remake them, and yeah.
Anyhow, so Rummikub, they're happy. Hasbro says they're happy, and there you go.
Everybody's happy, except Joey, who's never played it.
I'm excited.
But Joey has played Popped, the reading game, starring Balloon Dog.
That's fantastic.
What is this?
That is the quintessential Balloon Dog, too.
What?
Please tell me you can make a balloon dog.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can you make a sword?
Oh, yeah.
But how about a snake? This is a tricky one.
Yeah. Balloon Dog and Sword, you are now a balloon entertainer. Those are the only two things. Kids will be happy. It's crazy.
Really?
And it's always that dog. That quintessential statue dog.
Well, anyway, this is a board game collaboration with world-renowned artist Jeff Koons, starring his iconic balloon dog. Now, my only concern with this is, isn't the balloon dog like, how is this his?
He copyrighted it.
That's the thing that entertainers got into, because he did make that statue, and it was like very.
Oh, you know about this?
Well, I know about the balloon. Yeah, it's entertainers.
You're right, because this is the statue you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's blue. I thought it was blue.
Well, this one's purple, and
they got different
he
colors.
has different colors.
Okay, all right.
He really. Okay, I'm going to look up Jeff Koons.
Okay.
He's an American artist known for his work dealing with popular cultures and his sculptures depicting everyday objects, including balloon animals produced in stainless steel with mirror-finished surfaces.
The lawsuits have been crazy. Like the bookends, people are like, well, you can't make that. That's his. People are like, it's based on an animal, number one. Number two, it's a balloon. So, yeah, it's been.
I do wonder how he made that. How do you
Right.
get a big surface like that to look like a balloon?
He's also done
Yes,
Hulk
it's very
Elvis.
metallic.
Hulk Elvis? How are you not Googling that one
How
right
is that
now?
not a game?
That's way more
Koons.
interesting to me.
Hulk Elvis
Hulk Elvis images. He does look like Hulk, doesn't he?
Where's the Elvis?
This is crap.
I agree. I'm not very impressed with
Go back
it.
to Donkosaurus.
Anyway, so back to the board game part of news. So now this is going to help kids learn about risk and reward while teaching essential reading skills.
Different direction on that one.
Scientists say 95% of children can read by third grade. Yet in the U.S., only 30% do. I wonder what they mean by reading.
Yeah, that's like, I think that's low. Do you think? By third grade? Are we talking about like reading like War and Peace? Or are we talking about like reading the menu?
I can't read War and Peace now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was a bad point.
Yeah, okay, good point.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, this will help reading. I don't know how balloon animal will help reading, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Who's the publisher on this? I can't see.
Clever Noodle?
Is that what it says?
It says, I don't know.
That might be his company, to be fair. Clever Noodle might be Jeff Koons' company. I don't know.
It could be.
If I had a company, it might be
The game is
Clever.
called Popped.
Popped.
Wait, are you supposed to pop the balloon animal?
Never.
This game is not on Board Game Geek. In fact, the only game on Board Game Geek is How Silas Popped the Question, a game which I talked about. This is from 1915, and it's like a silly, almost Mad Lib style game about how a guy asks someone to marry him.
That cover is fantastic.
Why are we not playing that game?
I want to know. We have got so off kilter with this game. Let's move to the next piece of
In
news.
the library.
The rest of Row. So this is a weird. I mean, this is an expansion for a
Rest of
game
row
called.
E.
Oh, Row E. Sorry, you're right. Row E. This is an expansion for Chrononauts. So Chrononauts is a game. If you've never played it, it has a whole grid of cards out there of dates. And what you're doing is you're trying to win by getting a kind of combination happen. If you've ever played their other game.
Timeline? No.
No, what's their most famous game? Flux.
Flux, yeah.
Oh.
It's similar to Flux in that if this and this are done, you win. You get these cards that say you win if things happen. But you can flip dates and have things happen. Like, for example, assassination of Abraham Lincoln. But you can flip it and say it didn't happen, and that might flip some other cards.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a timeline thing.
Is it
Yeah.
educational or
No.
is it no? Okay, it's.
I don't
little.
think so.
I mean, you learn the dates.
Is it as never ending
guess.
as Flux?
It can be. That's the thing. So
Okay.
I love the idea, but at the same time, it's sort of that. Anyway, they added new stuff, right? Although this one requires Chrononauts and the Gore years, so yeah, you need the other expansion. But anyway, this is coming out,
Gore.
a 10-card expansion. Jim Henson's Labyrinth, the board game 40th anniversary collection, is coming out this summer. It's going to be a game found thing. This is from River Horse and Mantic, so I'm not as excited about it, but
That's pretty cool, man. Everything old is new again. That nostalgia is strong.
this,
Yeah,
especially for this movie. This movie is
Wow.
like a cult classic for
See,
people.
I still have not
Absolutely.
seen this movie. All I know is there's puppets and David Bowie.
I want to know when the
You've seen the
never-ending
movie.
I've
story
never seen the
of
movie.
board game
No.
is coming out.
You're done.
Oh, that's it.
Right?
What?
When is the never-ending story, the board game, coming
Right?
out?
Yeah, Save the Horse. That's what I want to play.
Yeah.
It's a cooperative game. All you got to do is keep your horse from getting sad. And
Have
there's
you
a little
seen that
sand
movie?
pit.
Oh, yes, that's a horrible
Yeah, that
movie.
scene is like a gut
That's-
punch, especially
yeah.
as a kid.
Because you're not expecting it either.
My goodness, they drag it out, too.
That's why we're so emotional as adults, because of that.
I think so.
I will say, though, that him riding on the
That big furry
dog
dragon thing.
at the end and getting the bullies, you're like, yeah,
So
in your
good.
face, bullies.
Yeah.
Those laser statues? That was a scary movie for kids, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, anyhow.
That wolf thing, like the spooky,
Yes.
that's terrifying. That movie's, yeah. They don't make them like that anymore.
No,
Not
like
for
they
kids,
used
they
to.
don't.
All right, Munchkin. We talked yesterday about the Munchkin big box. It didn't have this in it, though. Shadowrun Munchkin.
That's
Really?
pretty cool. Munchkin Shadowrun.
That's awesome.
And this is
This is a
the
Shadowrun
actual
IP?
like Shadowrun with its logo, like obviously licensed.
This is coming out September of this year. It will be a standalone game, and it's $40. So
These always intrigue me. Are they looking for a cross section of Shadowrun gamers and Munchkin gamers, or do they just know Munchkin gamers are going to buy it? Because they do
I think
these.
both.
They do a lot of these. It's very interesting to see what they grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
All right. So this one is interesting. This is a new game from Button Shy, which is available now. The
Oh.
Walking Dead Surrounded.
I'm there.
And I asked Mike when we were talking about this if this was their first IP for Button Shy, but he said they did the X-Files. He said they did an X-Files version of Circle the Wagons.
Oh, really? Okay.
I would play that.
Okay. I don't know how.
I would play it this week.
I'm like, anyhow, this here is 1 to 4 players. There's zombie apocalypse. It's a co-op game. And you are going to extract as many resources from each area. But on the flip side, there's survivors and leaders, but also possibly zombies.
And there's 19 cards.
Interesting. I haven't heard of this one at all.
18.
I know.
Goodness.
They're getting
But it
bigger.
does have an expansion called Under Siege. So, yeah. $12. Pretty cheap.
Joey knows about Under Siege.
I do. That one I've seen.
Under Siege 2, Dark Territory.
No, that's sad, but no.
I've seen that one. I've seen both. Second one's on a train.
Is he in both of them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm back in.
Actually, his teenage daughter is that. She grew up to be a pretty famous actress. I forget her name now.
James Earl Jones.
No, her. Anyway, the second one cracks me though because he's like on a straight train. So I've been on a battleship. There's lots of different places to go and hide. A
Right.
train is a train.
Do they ever make it on top and run?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good.
And below and run.
Our next piece of news here is Super Kawaii Pets. This is coming from Arcane Wonders.
Kawaii.
Kawaii? Is that how you pronounce
Yes,
it? Like
sir.
Hawaii? Man,
Kawaii!
I am so not interested in this theme here at all.
Pretty
This is coming out from Arcane Wonders, right? So it's a cutesy little set collection game.
Yep. It's coming in English, so this is from originally Studio Supernova. And it will be at Origins, which is like in a few weeks.
That's a cute look. You don't like the look of that?
It's okay. I'm just saying it doesn't really attract me.
Is that a monkey top right?
No, that's a cute cat dog.
Rabbit.
That's a
Maybe
cat.
it's a rabbit. It's
Why
a rabbit.
Are you,
okay.
Where are you getting monkey from?
That right there.
Top
That's-
right, that one, not the cat.
Oh, I thought you meant on the box. That's
no,
a
it's
rabbit.
a rabbit. Yeah. That's some sort of floppy
It's a rabbit who went and got a perm. All right.
Perm rabbit.
White Castle has an expansion coming.
Yes.
DeVere. This is called White Castle Matcha. So there's now a tea ceremony involved. So I'm curious how this is one of those games that I didn't think needed an expansion. It feels like a complete whole game, but who knows?
This game was great.
You liked it a
I
lot?
was surprised.
I haven't played this yet.
I played it 3 times on the cruise. I mean, yeah, so it's really good. I like dice.
I'm very excited about this next piece of news. Ticket to Ride has a new map collection coming
Let's
out.
go.
South Korea and Iberia.
Hey,
I am very pleased about this.
Yes.
So the Iberia Peninsula, you're going to draft destination cards and keep 4 of them, and you're going to do that before the train deck runs out the first time. So you're going to have those 8 destination cards with only 35, but you're picking up festival cards on the way. And in South Korea, you will also be drafting destination cards, but keeping 4 out of 6. So this is a big change from the original games because you only have to keep 2 or 3 depending on the game normally. However, in Korea, when you claim a route, you can place one of your trains in the province mat on an empty space of the matching color, showing the number of cards you played, and you can play more cards than you need to get cards on this extra mat to get points.
Okay.
Also, you have express train cards, +1, +2, +3, which let you draw more cards, more tickets, or claim a higher number on that mat.
I like that this one has a secondary little board on the side, but it doesn't sound too complicated, and I like that. I like it when the Ticket to Ride games, the twist isn't so twisty that it feels
Right.
like a whole different game.
I'm also glad they're
Exactly.
back to 2 maps.
Yeah, well,
They did a few with just 1.
the last few have been doubled, right? Haven't they been?
I think Japan was a single map,
I don't recall.
and Poland was a single map.
Poland was like a one-off weird one, yeah.
Well, anyway, I like that there's 2 maps. That gives you a lot of content. In the
Absolutely.
box.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I like that.
Very nice.
All right. This next one has a cool cover, Tales of Myth and Legend.
And
So
it's Van Ryder.
Ooh.
this is Van Ryder, and this is coming to, I believe, GameFound. So unfortunately, this. I actually hate talking about this almost because it's going to be crowdfunded, either GameFound or Kickstarter, or whatever it is, in Q4 of this year, which means you ain't going to see this for a while. Wow. But this is a paragraph book like Tales of Arabian Nights, but set in ancient Greece, which means you're already in.
Oh, so in with this. And that's like, what are those old claymation movies that had like that big
Jason
cycle?
and the Argonauts
Oh,
kind of
this is-
thing? Or
yeah.
what's the one they remade? I really like that movie. The original one was claymation.
I forgot.
With Perseus and trying to get the Kraken.
Yeah.
What was that?
I forgot what it's called.
Anyway,
Oh,
somebody
you
will
mean-
tell me.
Battle of the Gods.
Oh,
no.
Clash of the Titans?
Clash of the
or
Titans,
something?
yeah.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans.
Right.
This is just.
It also looks very much to me, that cover, because it's the same illustrator and a similar cover, it looks like Cyclades. You know that cover?
Oh, it does.
Because it's Miguel Coimbra is the same illustrator as did Cyclades, and the image on the cover kind of looks like the original cover of
It
Cyclades.
does. I hope it plays totally
So
different.
it's like, ooh, this is like almost like an unofficial Cyclades game kind of vibe, you know?
Yeah,
So you can see at the top there, Michael Gugliano, Keith Ward, and Bobby West are the designers.
Cool.
Ward has writing credit, but also Julia Hearn has
Okay.
the writing credit, and she's the developer on the project. So I'm very interested in this one. They say there's thousands of encounters, surprises, blah, blah, blah. My only concern is it's hard to get that excited about it because it's so far away.
Right.
I'm interested for sure. When it comes out, I'm playing it. But
That is
Ray Harryhausen. That's the guy who did the little.
the
claymation
claymation
stuff.
guy,
Yeah.
yeah.
and on that same note, we've mentioned this in the past, but Tales of the Arthurian Knights.
Yeah.
This is going to be published in this
Finally.
year, Q4. I know. I asked about this game, I think 15 years ago.
I
They're like,
know.
oh, I remember him telling us about this. I was like, are we going to see more games like Tales of Arabian Nights? They're like, oh, King Arthur. And I was like, oh!
Right?
I was less excited when they demoed this game a couple years ago at Dice Tower Retreat, and it took them 4+ hours to play it.
Here's the thing. We played this at one of the big game bashes was there, and I loved it, but then afterwards I realized it was over 4 hours. Now, I enjoyed it at the time.
Well, that's interesting that you didn't notice it was 4 hours.
I didn't. Then I'm like, man, that was 4 hours. But we enjoyed the journey. Now, that was a notepad. You're looking through like the notes in a 3-ring binder. I don't know if they've modernized it with either app or whatever.
I doubt it.
I don't know. But
It's a great looking cover. That's a very cool looking cover. But if it is too similar to Arabian Nights, then the difference is just the setting, and I want the game system to be modernized.
I think they changed
Right.
the game system a lot, but
how old's the other one? The other one's pretty old, right?
Tales of Arabian Nights is from 2000. It's pretty.
Okay, so it's
It's a
antiquated.
while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, both of these are interesting. Tales of Arabian Nights will be out sooner. All right, in the 19XX line, which is different than the 18XX line.
Ooh, what's the 19XX line?
These little games from this publishing Looping Games.
That's right.
Yeah, they're like 19 something, and this one's
Yeah, yeah.
1980 Sixtina. This is a 2 to 4 player game, and you are a restorer who's trying to revitalize the Sistine Chapel. So that guy's in there fixing that. I think that's kind of cool.
Just realized that. I was like, at first I thought Michelangelo did not dress like that. I thought he was painting it. And now I'm realizing, okay, he's just restoring it. So I'm like, okay.
It's also 1980.
I didn't know.
Anyway,
It's been a while.
so you have to follow these guidelines from the Vatican to get in there. I'm sure that if you were like doing this, you signed a lot of papers. Yeah. They're like, you will not mess
Can you
this up.
imagine?
Execution.
I would not want to touch that thing.
Yeah, I know. Whoops.
Oh.
Anyhow, these companies, these are small boxes. This would be very akin to the
cool.
Tiny Epic series, but for Euro games. Because you open these, there's a lot of game in these boxes.
Are we talking like Tiny Epic, like too much game in these boxes? Or I haven't played any of them?
These are not like they don't feel that crammed in there, do they?
No, they don't. They don't. I'm just
They
saying
have
there's
really
a lot of
cool-
game in the box.
Yes, and they have very cool settings. They've picked really interesting stuff.
All right, more CarttoVentura is coming. Now, I really need to get around to playing CarttoVentura. I have one at home. I'm about to play at some point. I've been curious about this.
They're
Like,
nice boxes.
it's like a mini Seventh Continent style game.
What?
Yeah.
Where has it been in my life? At your house.
So these
apparently.
three, no. Chris reviewed it before.
There it is.
Anyway, there's a few coming out there. That one in the bottom, I like that picture of that girl there. It reminds me of that famous painting of the wheat field, and there's a girl sitting in it
Yes.
in front of a house. The Three Musketeers. Those are great. That's great art.
Those are great covers.
They really are.
You've enjoyed these games, Tom?
I haven't played one yet.
Oh, I thought you had.
Chris played it. I'm interested in them. They're cooperative, choose your own adventure style. I think they're
Right,
fairly
with the
light.
tiles, like you said, yeah.
All right, Quinnet has a new game coming out. This was crowdfunded in, this year. Oh, no, it will be crowdfunded this year, sorry. This is called Supermooned. This is in their Master Print series of games.
Okay.
It's a 1 to 4 player game, and it's about Frederick II, the Holy Roman Empire. His contemporaries called him Supermooned, which means the wonder of the world. And many historians consider him Europe's first modern ruler. Anyway, so you're one of his vassals.
I believe it might be what's called a Euro game.
It could be. Time will tell.
See a little bit of the aspect of Euro on there.
All right, Egypt is back. Tamari. This is a game that's also going to be crowdfunded by Placentia Games and Postscriptum. And you are going to be, it says 1 to 4 players taking an imaginary trip to ancient Egypt.
What?
Why did they have to say the word imaginary? Just as a heads
Ooh,
up.
is this kind of like an Assassin's Creed type thing?
I don't think so.
backing.
No, it says you're going to get crops and farm and do all this stuff. Heads up, every board game is an imaginary trip to whatever you're doing.
Just so you know, we don't want to get sued. You won't actually be going there. Like, listen, our lawyers have told us.
It depends how strong your imagination is,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's... Wow.
All right. Well, I like that cover again.
It is
I
cool.
love that cover.
Speaking
Eye
of cool covers, look at
Ra.
this next one from Cranio. This game is called Mesos. It's a card drafting game.
I like that
and
board,
this is
too.
based on the Mesolithic period.
Let's go. I love prehistory stuff.
Me too.
So-
Shut up,
yeah.
Joey. You get CarttoVentura.
You're a leader of an ancient tribe, and you
Yes.
got to add new members,
Yes.
keep them alive, build buildings, have different events that are going on. It kind of, the vibe I'm getting from this and the way that looks is that co-op game you like a lot. That's also prehistory.
Paleo?
Paleo. Well, it just looks kind of like the layout of Paleo. That's a cool cover, though.
That is a
Yeah, it's
great
really
looking little board, a whole bunch of cool looking cards. Oh, that's my jam right there.
And I like Cranio.
Yeah, this is coming.
Mystery House
Cranial, like
and all
the
that?
public, yeah.
This is
Actually, Cranial
really
to me-
Mystery Houses.
I love Mystery House. I know
Yeah,
you were-
Cranial, I worry sometimes, but this is very small, so hopefully there won't be sort of
like
quality control issues there.
second half of 2024.
I'm there.
Also from Cranio, we got Golden Cup. This is one of the designers. This one is Luciana. Actually, he's one of the designers of the last one, which is, that puts me back in. But anyway,
Okay.
Simone Luciano and Gabrielle Bubola. This is a new sport of some sorts. Everyone's coming in. You're going to be a bunch of coaches trying to grab the best talent. So in 6 rounds, you're going to be playing against each other. It almost sounds like the Blood Bowl team manager game.
Yeah.
Oh, it
With
does.
a made up sport,
Yeah. Blood Bowl Team Manager is an underrated game, by the way.
I
Have you
didn't
ever
play
played
that.
it?
Played
Yeah,
Blood
it's
Bowl,
fun.
not Team
It's
Manager.
not like, basically, it's just drafting characters and getting them, putting a team out and playing.
Oh, I'd probably do that. Blood Bowl just takes too much board space.
And then we continue on with the cool covers on Beyond the Horizon, also coming from Cranio Creations.
Man, Cranio's on
Cranio's-
fire.
I'm telling you.
This is a 4-designer
Don't get on
game,
my
though. Dennis
bandwagon.
Chan, Adam Hill, Ben Pinchback, and Matt Riddle.
Okay,
It's
good.
a Civ game, and you're playing over a certain number of rounds by exploring new lands, settling and building new cities. Unfortunately, the description of it sounds generic Civ description, so
We
I'd
don't-
like to see more.
Yeah, we don't know yet, huh? Okay.
Is this
All
This
right.
is
an imaginary trip or a real
some
one?
is October, so I'm assuming it's Essen release.
Oh,
Very
that
nice.
sucks.
All right, the Side Quest series of games, which is kind of like an escape room game, is now doing a Frostpunk one.
Nice.
I did not
You
like.
played one of these, yeah?
I did not like it at all, actually.
Frostpunk or Side Quest?
I played, Side Quest. I played the one that was based on
7C or
7C. Yes, even though you were not on the sea at all in the game.
It's in that city. You're in a city. And
Yeah.
It's the new game space just in a city. I'm excited for this one, and I.
So what is this? This breaks down the bigger
like a
game into
little-
smaller thing?
Well, this
It's just
is
an escape room game.
yeah,
Oh.
but they're putting a theme on it. It's kind of like when they did Unlock Ticket to Ride or something.
You might like it because the way the game starts, or at least the one I played, you put up walls, like these cards that were walls, and then you're looking at it and saying, "Ooh, here's a door that says card number 32. I got 32 that shows a door, but it's locked. Now I got to go find a key."
That's fun.
It is
cool.
The biggest reason I didn't like it is because I thought the story part of it was atrociously written. Not like bad, but really bad, I thought.
Replayable? Like,
No, it's one time. I mean, you could replay it, I suppose, and make some different decisions, but mostly,
okay.
Do you know
But
what
like
the
you would
answer?
destroy
There's
it,
like an answer.
yeah.
Okay.
I will check this one out just because, I mean, I like the setting, and maybe there will be some kids eating sawdust.
Yeah. No one likes the setting, but in theory, you don't want to live in the
I'm sure there's some people who are like, "Well, this is fun."
This is
All right. Cosmodrome Games, who made Smartphone Inc. and Mobile Markets, is making Factory Inc., a Smartphone Inc. game. So you're running an electronics factory
You
and making
making the
products.
phones now.
Yep. Polyomino's in this game.
Yes, just like Apple does it, polyominoes.
And look how happy that guy is on that phone.
Mm-hmm. He's testing it. Can you hear me now?
good.
All right, a sequel to Glass Road is coming out from Uwe Rosenberg called Black Forest. That's another cool
It's a
cover.
good cover too, yeah.
And it made me think of Black Forest cake, which is delicious. But anyhow,
Black Forest cake.
so Black Forest cake is chocolate cake,
Yeah.
which you wouldn't like as much,
Right, okay.
with whipped cream instead of icing
Okay.
as the layers, and then tons of cherries and chocolate shavings all throughout.
Okay. Okay.
You don't like chocolate as much, but if you
I
like
like
chocolate,
cherries and I like whipped cream, so
you could just eat the icing.
Yeah.
I'll give you a spoon.
Yeah, I'll just eat the canopy of the forest.
Anyway, the Black Forest, and it's weird though, because they're like, you're making small name of new buildings and livestock, and I was like, it's called Black Forest, but it's about building buildings, but I guess they're in the Black Forest.
Okay.
But sequel to Glass Road, so I know people are going to be excited about that. That came out in 2013.
Wow.
11 years later.
He's still doing it, man. He's still making these big games. That is a gorgeous cover. Wow.
All right, Desert War is a new expansion for Dune War for Arrakis. So
wow.
people aren't content with the several expansions that came with the game, but this game is very popular, and I think will end up being like a cult classic. I don't think everyone's going to play it, but I think the people who play it are going to like it. So is this going to be crowdfunded? Yes. And also you can get the original game if you missed it. So there you go. I wonder if this is one of the reasons that CMON went to GameFound, because they're going to be able to run
They can do it
more and
all
more
again.
projects. Yeah.
It does feel like they're able to basically like, because they did, they're about to or just did Masters of the Universe again.
Yep.
And I guess this one again, they can kind of redo the stuff, which
Kickstarter
I guess
does not allow that.
Yeah,
Which makes sense.
it's cool.
It's a win-win for people, too. If you missed it, jump onto that.
Sure.
And then finally, our last piece of news, Arcane Wonders, in conjunction with Dice Tower Essentials,
Have you played this?
is bringing forth Ito, which I've been sitting on my review of this because I didn't want people to get annoyed because you can't get it anywhere. But it's going to be coming out. Do they have the date on here?
What are your thoughts on it? Good?
October. This is one of my favorite party games now. I really enjoy this. Everyone gets a number card secretly from 1 to 100, and then you get a topic. And the topic might be like delicious food. And based on your number, you say it and then put it out, and then you're trying to put them in order from lowest to highest. And so if you have 1, you might be like trash. But you could probably think of something worse. Trash might be 6. I don't know. And that's the discussions in the game. We played this live once, I think.
I think so. Yeah. Spoiler alert. This is very, very fun.
Wow.
Yeah. Go
Have you played
check.
it?
Go check
No,
out.
because I was...
You've never played this?
No, because I was in the other room when you guys were playing it.
Oh, you would
on the
love.
ship.
This is such a you game, Joe.
I know.
Because it's about that bit of like the mind trying to figure out where things go, but the discussion on top of that makes it such a fun party game.
It's like the mind with like pinpoint and all that.
It's like the mind without being snooty.
Got it. Okay.
And it will be part of Dice Tower Essentials line, yes. So that's coming also at the Spiel in October this year. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. All right, folks, that is the news. Let's keep going. Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, you would love to game with us at one of our conventions. Check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Bassel.